Hey, how's it going? Welcome to day 4 of 21 days of presence. I'm Adrienne Elise. So, the purpose of this 21 days of presence is to ground out and really get centered as we move into the next chapter of new energies, coming out of this last season, the last couple of months of eclipses and retrogrades, and kind of coming in, coming home, getting grounded, and paying attention to the messages and the energies, the supportive energies, and just being really present for this shift right now. So the energy of today has to do with coming home. And we're coming out of the retrograde energy. So the planets are direct. We still have Mars in its retrograde shadow. Mercury's out of its retrograde shadow now. Mars is going to not come out until the beginning of next month, but Saturn will be Mars will be going back into Aquarius tomorrow, and Saturn will be going direct tomorrow. So we're feeling some more energy, a little bit more accessible, and also a little bit more peace available. But in this next couple of days with these planets making their shift, we're going to, the jangly kind of energy of the retrograde season is coming back. So that can feel like a push-pull, right? So things are flowing along, and then all of a sudden you're yanked back. Am I coming or going? What direction am I heading? The messages are conflicting. What's trying to happen right now is that timelines are trying to line up, and it's kind of jangly because maybe you're like on one timeline and you get yanked onto another one, and things are maybe going back and forth between different types of energies where there's flow, there's peace. Things seem to be there's energy holding you, and then back into the old energies of like confusion and being pulled around and things just not quite lining up and working out. So we're kind of in the middle of all of this. And today is day 4 of this 21 days of presence. And the number 4 is about 4 walls. It's about building stability and coming home. And this is something that has eluded light workers, indigo souls, crystal seeds for many lifetimes. Is it safe for you to be fully embodied as who you are on planet Earth right now in this time? And many souls feel that, we don't even really know what it is, but as you go to try to ground and be home and really calm and land into your life, which is beautiful energy for this right now. This next 6 months is about landing into your optimal timeline and kind of getting into the groove. Can you start finally living? Get this karmic baggage, all this stuff you left for yourself for this lifetime out of the way so you can actually get down to it. But when we go to ground out a lot of times and to find that center, what happens is there's subconscious fear. This is deep programming, and it's like not accessible in our conscious mind, but it's the subconscious fear that kind of seeps up into our field and makes us feel like it triggers us into fight or flight mode, and this is like primal energies. And these energies we've been manipulated in these energies to keep us feeling, never quite safe, because then we're easier to control, right? And so, but what's being available for us right now, especially light workers and indigo souls, is to just have this huge opportunity to come home to planet Earth. That means not just land here, but like be able to be in present time. How many of us have just constant distraction, unable to really make the use of the present moment. And also, there's this subconscious fear programming that keeps us going from one thing to the next. And is it okay for you to fully embody the light? So maybe it's okay for you to be here on the planet, but is it okay for you to fully embody your true essence, your true light? Indigo souls and light workers and crystal seeds are so big that they can exist in pieces. And so that's a validation of the power and the evolution of your soul. But at the same time, it's hard to operate the earth realm when you're in fractured pieces. And so this time in this next 6 months, as Uranus moves back into Aries and then into Taurus again next year, It's about coming home and really coming home, not just coming home to earth and being present, but bringing the entirety of your soul and your light here and just kind of releasing all of these stories from the past that might keep you from feeling fundamentally safe on this planet. So let's just take advantage of the helpful energies right now and continue to build this field of peace and presence around us that we can access to support our transition. The idea behind the 21 days of presence is to be ready for the new energies that are coming in and be ready for the new chapter and be ready for the new timelines and get this stuff sorted out. And the best way we can do that is to take hold of the present moment and just be really aware and conscious of what's going on, just paying attention. And already I've seen the theme of synchronicity and the themes of the other connecting to Mother Earth and creating a field of peace and harmony. This is already working in our collective field and our soul energy. So know that like what you're doing is really supportive by just paying attention. And also that's building the collective grid, this collective field that we're working on around peace and presence and preparation for the new chapters that are coming and arriving. And just know that for the next few days, we're in and out of this retrograde energy. The times that you feel the planets retrograde energy the most is often when they're turning. And so we just had Mars turn, and that was like really threw people off for about a whole week energetically. And the physical body, tons of physical expressions, a physical cleanse being called for to release these old energies and to release the toxins and poisons in our world that have been built up in our bodies. And so great time for that with the sun in Virgo. Now we're having Mars move into Aquarius tomorrow, as well as Saturn turning direct. So we're having a little bit more. And Saturn's a big planet, kind of slower moving one. And it's about exactly what this Mars in Capricorn is about, because Saturn rules Capricorn, and it's about authority and the structure of this world and the way things have been done and a methodical way of moving forward and making change. So I think we're going to feel some really good lining up energy after Saturn goes direct, but the first few days of it going direct while it's still kind of stationing, and we felt that for Mars like a full week, it's going to be a little jangly, right? Like maybe you're in this one timeline, then pulled into another timeline, and just really still very important, even though the energy is coming back, really still important to take that meditation time and take that rest. So let's just tap into this 4 energy and kind of tap into this concept and this opportunity, the way the energies are right now, to really feel and know and set your intention around coming home into your physical body. We may be existing on multiple dimensions, part of us stuck in other dimensions. This can happen. We have traumatic lifetimes, and it's like a part of our soul stuck there. We can give a part of our soul over to another person once in a while. That can happen. And also we may have been triggered by traumas from the past when we came into this incarnation and kind of kicked part of ourselves out at that point. So let's just go ahead and ask that these pieces of ourselves, come home. And it's almost like we can become a magnet and magnetically call home these pieces, these parts of ourselves, so that we can be more whole and complete. And what does this world look like when the light workers and the indigo souls, the crystal seeds, put their soul back together and start operating at full capacity? And of course, that's going to trigger that subconscious fear again, because we've all been triggered to fear our power and fear our potential. And yet it's time to bring it home. It's time to come home. So we have to release all of that programming. So let's just go ahead and tap in and just take a few deep breaths and feel yourself arrive right here, right now, paying attention to that base of the spine. Notice your fight or flight mechanism. Are you kind of on edge? Are you ready? Is this your mode of being throughout your whole life? It's very common. At the root chakra is where that lies our fundamental sense of security. And this is what we're reprogramming here. And so just paying attention to the base of your spine and recognize whatever energies might be there interfering with your communication with Mother Earth, and just go ahead and put down that root system. And say, okay, well, these energies might be there, but it doesn't mean they have to affect my permission to have spiritual autonomy and have a connection to the planet that I'm living on right now. 4 is the house of Cancer in astrology. And Cancer is about home and security, feeling safe and having what you need and being cared for by family and community. And so let's just go ahead and tap into this energy, claim this security on Earth. Because as much as can exist in all these other dimensional frequencies, we only get the consciousness, the day consciousness, the awareness in this realm. This is all we can access. So it's kind of like we are trying to do all this work on other planes, but we have to go through this is the vehicle that we have to work with. This is the consciousness we have to work with. This is where we have our ability to make choices about whether or not we are ready and feel we deserve and feel we can release these fears and programming to be who we really are and fully arrive on this planet. So we have to work in this consciousness. And yet all these things that are affecting us are in these other levels and other dimensions. And so let's just go ahead and from this place right here, just imagine yourself as this kind of powerful magnet. And just all of a sudden becoming aware of your own energies and just reaching that root system down. And so the cool thing about this root system with Mother Earth, just go ahead and just sit down in the earth and just feel yourself just relax and release. Sometimes it helps with an exhale. Just kind of put that root system down and reach out to Mother Earth. And you have to be quiet. Mother Earth is quiet. And, it's kind of like you have to wait for it and be receptive to receive this connection. And then, so just reaching out and feeling that, listening, Mother Earth, so many of us, we're just so busy and here to there and distracted in our past and future experiences. And so it feels foreign to be real quiet and to listen. But this is what Mother Earth requires of us for this connection. It's like she's only going to talk to us and be with us and share energy with us if we're really paying attention. And she's a magical creature. We think she's like a rock, we forget we're just like walking around on some sort of solid surface, and no, our planet is a living, breathing goddess, with consciousness. And so let's just tap in and just real quietly in your mind, quieting your mind and saying hello to Mother Earth and just imagining that you're just opening up. You're maybe finding this really magical place in nature, far away from all other humans. And you're just reaching out and listening to Mother Earth and see if she has anything to say and putting down that root system and receiving her love and remembering that we're held in this consciousness through this experience. Part of letting go of all these old energies, what's been coming up, is the fear that we're just kind of free fall and we're lost and we're alone. And, as much as these energies might not be healthy for us or really that enjoyable, they're what we know. And it brings some sort of security, but it's false security. So that fight or flight mechanism activated might make you feel safe because it's like you're programmed to be ready for the next trauma, right? But it's like, no, let that quiet within you and reach to Mother Earth and be with her for just a moment and receive her blessings, her love, reaching up around you, holding you, reminding you. So it's like we have to let go of those old constructs and those old energies and allow ourselves to feel a little unsafe in order to come into these new energies and allow ourselves to be held and carried and realize that this is a whole new paradigm, okay? And to trust in the new energy. So that's a big part of the message today for day 4 of 21 Days of Presence, reaching out to this coming home to planet Earth. So just go ahead and take a few deep breaths and imagine now the thing about this grounding, these root system, it's like a grounding cord. And what that means, it's not like you're tied to the earth. It's a electromagnetic frequency circuit. Okay. And so just like any kind of electrical circuit, you need to have a ground in order to keep it safe. And so Mother Earth allows you to hook up your electrical field to the cosmos by kind of going through your circuitry running through her. And so just go ahead and imagine that. And as you ground and release and relax and communicate with Mother Earth through your root system, you feel more comfortable, you feel more present, you feel more whole and complete. And just imagine yourself now that this electrical magnetical field is able to activate with your grounding intact, that it's like a magnet. And just imagine that you're pulling back to yourself any parts of yourself that are stuck in other dimensional frequencies. It could be past life, or maybe it's parallel lifetimes, and or with another person, or just stuck outside of this evolution, kind of being held hostage by power and control energies. Just go ahead and just know that you're ready now to bring back these parts of yourself to be whole and complete. And that programming of fear that you got from that root chakra stuff, from this fight or flight mechanism, that's just programming. That's just a bad software program. We're like a computer. We're just going to delete that program and replace it with this ultimate new sense of security that's available with the new earth energies. And so that allows you to be able to magnetically pull back these parts of yourself. So just go ahead and just pull back all parts of yourself from other dimensional frequencies or any other time loop or other people or control energies, and just feel that it's not about taking from anyone else right now. It's not about going to visit these other places. It's about being right here, right now, and just feeling the strength of your communication with the earth, fortifying your electromagnetic field, and allowing you to be like a magnet. And it's like you're claiming this body and you're claiming this life. And you're claiming it to be the optimal expression of who you are. And you're ready to be whole and complete. And so just be with that and feel yourself as this powerful vortex magnet, just pulling back all parts of yourself, releasing any energies that you are no longer useful to you, or other people's energies. And maybe this exchange is happening, like a double vortex, where the energies are coming in that are yours, being drawn back in home and centered and present on planet Earth. And at the same time, just kicking out, releasing any of that bad programming around fear or subconscious fears, or any reason at all why whatever it might be keeping you subconsciously from being whole and complete. And so just go ahead and enjoy this process, enjoy this in communicating with new energies, enjoy this feeling of being safe and secure and home in your body on planet Earth more than you ever have before. And just take a few deep breaths and just receive yourself back and enjoy this peace, enjoying the electromagnetic field. If you're new to the series of 21 Days of Presence, just go back and listen to the other ones. We're building a field, creating a peace, a new peaceful energy to ground out and be ready for this new energies coming in, the new chapters ahead. So just enjoy this deep peace and take a few deep breaths, being with Mother Earth, being with yourself, these parts of your soul, spirit, personality complex that are ready to come home and operate on full cylinders. And just taking a few deep breaths and just enjoy. So whatever might happen as these energies shift and change and come and go, just know that it's a process of transition into a new energy. Just feeling that loving communication with Mother Earth and just sinking into the deep peace of this now moment. Remembering this field, this place of peace you can take with you throughout your day. And go ahead and enjoy this peace for as long as you would like, this meditation. And when you're ready, go ahead and come out of meditation. Well, thank you so much for joining me for 21 Days of Presence. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.